What's up? We're back. Today we're going to be talking about intersession classes at a college or community college. Are they hard? If you're coming straight from high school, the first thing you're going to notice about college or university is already fast paced. It's double the pace. In high school, you get a full year. In college, it's a semester. Intersession classes are basically a 1 month class. It takes place in January for winter break. So for beginning on I think the first week or the second week of winter break to the week winter break ends. And if you're thinking about it, people do take them and it's doable. I've seen a couple of my friends do it. Let me tell you some reasons why you should consider it. First thing, you get classes out of the way. At a college or community college, you're gonna have a lot of prerequisite classes that you just don't need to take. And if there's one, you're like, I really want to get that out of the way like as fast as possible. You don't want it to take any of your real valuable time when the fall or spring semester because those are longer. Those semesters should be saved for classes that really matter to you. So if there's really a class that's required, like if there's, I don't want to pick a class that someone's interested in, but if you're like, nah, you really, and if you think it's gonna be easy, um, consider taking it in winter. You probably can get it out of the way. So that's one of the reasons you can get credit for it, and you probably never see it again. The second reason you would want to take a class, first you realize, okay, it's kind of easy. I could take it in the winter. Second, do you have the time for it? Lots of people want to go on vacation on winter break, or they just have extra work. People work full time. Whatever the case, you have to have the time for it because later I'll explain that it's gonna take long. It's gonna take a long time out of your day. The class might not be hard, but the workload should be a lot because 1 month. Think it's a one semester class and it's been shrunk to a month. So there's going to be a lot of workload. It doesn't necessarily mean it's hard, but it's still going to require lots of hours per week. So consider if you have that extra time. Another reason is, as I mentioned, since a lot of it is easy, if it's a class that just interests you, this would probably work best at a community college because they're cheaper. Community colleges are great, by the way. But if you go to a community college and you find a class that might interest you, but you don't want it to take up your fall semester or spring semester, you don't want it to get away or slow you down from you graduating or transferring, take it in the winter. See how it is, Put a little work in. Sure, it's going to require some time out of you, but hey, what if you end up liking it and you decide to pursue it? So if it's something you're really itching and it's like a hobby or something you're really passionate about, it could work in your favor, So that's the third reason. If it just interests you, if you're interested, and those are probably the three reasons why you should even consider taking a winter class. So fine. Let's say you signed up. Let's say you signed up for theater. Let me give you some tips on how to take the class. Do not take the classes if it's important. If you think you need it for your major, or if it's something you really want to remember for long term, don't take it. Save it for the fall or spring. The reason being, you're not going to remember a ton in a month. You're just not. The lack of communication, most intersession classes are going to be online, and there isn't going to be that connection with the teacher or whoever you're going to be talking to. Second tip, do everything early. Intersession classes, registration for them starts about a couple months earlier. I think in October or November. So make sure you figure that out and you sign up. Sign up for the class early, buy the textbooks early, watch for the drop deadlines early because even though it's intersession, you might think, okay, maybe I want to drop it, and there will be that option, but it's going to be for the first week. So just make sure you really are staying on it because you're just not going to have that extra amount of time to spare to slack off. Um, so really stay on top of it as early as possible. It's only gonna be a month, so fly by quick. This goes with my other tip, but set specific days to study. Uh, be organized, have calendar. You know, the, I'm telling you, I just figured this out a couple weeks yesterday actually. I think last week. Google Calendar is great. Use Google Calendar, map out your week, know when you're gonna study, because the second day you start procrastinating, you're already behind. So there is no time to slack off. Make sure you're prepared, you got your tools, whatever you need before start of the school. Just make sure you're ready. Make sure you have everything ready. This is when you're gonna study. This is when the test is, um, and just have it mapped out and go ham for 1 month. Then the other thing is realize it will be time consuming. A friend of mine who took a winter session class, she spent about 20 hours a week on it because the tests are going to be so frequent. I think she had to test one every 2 weeks or once every week. I don't know. It was just crazy. So, and obviously you're not going to learn everything in 1 month. That's going to be ridiculous. So, but do realize it's time consuming. So as I said, do make sure you have the time to study. And the other tip is, I feel like I've been stressing you for like the past 9 minutes. So just relax. It's been done before. And if you're really interested in taking the class, do it. You can survive. You can still have a social life. I'm not gonna say, be stressed or you're gonna study all the time. No, just realize that it will require a lot of time out of you, but you will have time to do other things. You need to be able to, be social, have fun, friends, family, whatever. That time is still gonna be there, but this will take a majority of your time. So, but relax, all right? It can be done before. It's not the most stressing thing. If it was, they wouldn't be offering it. So it's possible. You got it. Let me talk about some of the disadvantages. Obviously, how fast it's going to go is going to be a disadvantage. That's why you shouldn't take a class that really interests you. Probably best if it doesn't interest you that much and it's just recording where you want to get out the way. The interaction might be a disadvantage because a lot of these intersession classes are going to be online. They're not going to have that real connection. And again, this goes back to not being able to get fully knowledgeable as you would in a classroom environment. So just know that classes will be limited. Because it's an intersession class, they're not going to offer classes like Calculus 1. They're not going to offer classes like Principles of Biology. Those classes require a semester. So don't be thinking that you're going to take Calc 1 for winter classes. Not going to happen, buddy. What else? And intersession classes are the only option. An alternative to intersession classes is, you still are interested in some class, but you think you want more than a month, consider winter. Winter are 2 months. And I've taken a winter class, and it's tough. I passed. I did good. It's doable. I still had a social life. But if you're interested and you're really thinking about it, maybe winter time is coming up, take it. Do you plan on taking intersession classes? Tell me what kind of classes maybe you are planning to take on the comments below. As again, I'm in my community college. I'm chilling here. Deuces. If you find this video helpful, like and subscribe.